If you guys need help gearing up for any of the new content coming to Grand Theft Auto Online or expanded and enhanced in just a few weeks, check out G2A with the link in the description and use cashback code BOSS if you want to save a little bit extra as well. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And if you had a lot of extra money lying around, what is something you would do with it? I saw this picture on social media. This gentleman seems to have a lot of extra currency, and he decided to spell out with the money he has, need GTA 6. And I'm pretty sure he even tagged Rockstar Games. Now, you deep diver investigators, you can figure out how much money he needed to spell that and how much money he actually has. But I agree with you, young man, we do need Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, I don't know if this is going to convince Rockstar to make the game any quicker, but at least it's worth a shot. So, yes, we do need GTA 6. Hopefully, when GTA 6 comes out, it doesn't cost the amount of money that he's spelling it with. Otherwise, I don't know if there's going to be that many people or as many people playing it. I don't even think for that price and that long of a wait, people are going to be like, yeah, I want GTA 6 that bad. I don't think so. So we're going to do a little bit of GTA 6 news roundup today. I saw this. I was getting a handful of questions about this. They saw this website that had a release date for Grand Theft Auto 6. So it's called instantgaming.com. This is apparently where you can get like cheaper games or something like that. And for GTA 6, they have this like placeholder cover art and logo, and they have the release date 2024. So this right now is just a placeholder. This is not an official release year. Now, based on what we've talked about in previous videos and based off of financial data that's been released from Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' parent company, it does very, very, very much look like Grand Theft Auto 6 could be releasing in 2024 or even before that. But there's no guarantee. We obviously haven't heard anything from Rockstar. So for now, this is just a placeholder. It's basically just a way where you can get emailed once the game does arrive. You can bookmark it, whatever the case might be. But you're not going to be able to actually find GTA 6 on this site or any other site like that. It seems to be just a placeholder, so just don't get confused. That's the bottom line there. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about needs some background. And I saw this tweet the other day. It's by a Twitter account that I actually follow. It's Uber Facts. I'm sure you guys might follow them. So they said in 2007, Rockstar Games allowed fans to call a number and rant about what they thought was wrong with America. The best calls were featured on a radio station in Grand Theft Auto 4. So I don't know how many of you guys knew that, but that was actually a real thing. So the radio station that this was featured on was WKTT Talk Radio. Again, it was in Grand Theft Auto 4, and it was in episodes from Liberty City. And the show that players got to appear on was the Richard Bastian Show. This is a right-wing talk radio, or rather a parody of, hosted by Richard Bastian. And Bastian takes calls from listeners in response to their opinions while expressing his own viewpoints. So on that radio station, listeners will call in and rant about various things such as music and the government. And these were real people that Rockstar asked during production of the game to call in with a phone number what they thought was wrong with America. So that happened in 2007, and GTA 4 obviously came out a year later in 2008. So that information is important because now we're going to talk about a supposed GTA 6 leak. Now, this is coming from a leaker that we've been covering a little bit recently who seems to have pretty credible information. And this other Twitter site that follows GTA 6 news and leaks ended up translating it. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. So this is the post in English. Something internal was revealed to me recently, but I can't say much. Referring to some songs from some radio stations that may be present in the next title in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. The fragments was constructive in the alpha version of the radio in mid-2019. Let's just go over everything right now. From what I've seen in the alpha version of the radios in 2019, the game had about 20 plus radios registered. And then these are the songs that they were discovered. Domino Dancing by Pet Shop Boys, Odessa by Caribou, and in another fragment of an exclusive radio that I cannot reveal the name, They are Nonsense Youth by Santigold and Numb by Rihanna featuring Eminem. All right, so I know we have a lot to unpack there, but if these leaks are to be revealed, it looks like the radio stations for Grand Theft Auto 6 are starting to be put together. Now, I'm not so much interested in the actual songs of the radio stations themselves. The only thing to me that makes this slightly more believable is one of the songs features Eminem, and we know that he was actually featured in a song with Dr. Dre in Grand Theft Auto Online in the Contract DLC. So because of that, we know that Eminem is cool with having his music in Grand Theft Auto Online, or I should say in the Grand Theft Auto series altogether. So maybe that makes it a little bit more realistic, but according to this, it was all being put together in 2019. Now, to me, that seems a little bit early, because from what I know of Grand Theft Auto development, the radio stations, for the most part, are put together kind of at the last minute. It's not like the thing that Rockstar starts their entire development off of here, because the radio stations are the one thing that Rockstar has to incorporate real life stuff. I mean, think about every other aspect of Grand Theft Auto. The cars, the in-game brands, the clothing, even the world in which we live in is a fictional parody of real life, with the exception of the music. The music is real songs by real musicians and artists, and so it has to be licensed. So if Rockstar used those licenses very early on, they would cut into the time in which it can actually be used in game. But if they do it at the very last minute, and then when the game ends up coming out, then they're going to be able to use that music for a lot longer. So that is definitely one part of it that is making me a little bit skeptical. Now, as far as what we can gather from this, I don't think we can look at any of those songs and say, oh, it looks like we're going to Vice City, or oh, it looks like we're going to Liberty City, because the music stations in game are extremely varied. I mean, we even see that in GTA 5. Now, the fact that there's 20 plus radio stations, if that is the case, that's obviously quite nice. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of variety. The only other thing I can say is Rockstar very much has been dipping their toe into the music scene recently. We obviously saw that with the updates in Grand Theft Auto Online. We've seen that with some of their real-life business ventures. So it's not surprising that maybe this is one of the first things we see when it comes to GTA 6 is the music and the radio stations. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. I would love to hear from you in those comments down below on everything we discussed in this video today. Come on, GTA 6. We want you here sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But again, let me know what you're thinking down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.